To a developing story out of the city of New Haven. The former police chief there turned himself in today on embezzlement charges. Carl Jacobson is suspected of stealing more than $85,000 from the department and a program for kids. NBC Connecticut's Jane Chaco joining us live outside New Haven Police Headquarters with a closer look at what he's accused of tonight. Jane.
Well, Keisha, Jacobson admitted to stealing $10,000 in January, but since then, investigators have learned it is so much more. They say he's embezzled $85,500 over the past 2 years, and at this point, a majority of it is still unaccounted for. Carl Jacobson solely controlled funds coming in and out of the department's narcotic enforcement program, which is used to pay informants who help in drug investigations. Between January 1st, 2024 to January 5th, 2026, detectives found that $81,500 was taken from that fund, and checks associated with the program were deposited into Jacobson's checking account. When confronted by his colleagues, a warrant says Jacobson spent money on gambling and asked for time to replace the money and retire. He said in part, quote, "It is not that I'm a bad person, I have a problem. I fixed my alcohol problem, I turned to gambling. I don't know why, it just got worse recently." Investigators also found that Jacobson embezzled $4,000 from the New Haven Police Activity League, which gets kids involved in sports. The warrant says Jacobson gave back the money and called the league's executive director saying, quote, "He was sorry for letting the police department down, letting him down, and letting Pal down."
To take funds from the Police Athletic League, that was even more disheartening.
Leonard Jihad works with kids and teens through his organization, Connecticut Violence Intervention Program. He's also worked with Jacobson over the years.
We did some phenomenal work in the community, great advocate for community policing. But I do hope that he does get the help that he needs.
Only 16% of the misused funds was accounted for in Jacobson's checking account. Detectives are still working to find out where the rest of the money is. New Haven's mayor says Jacobson should be held accountable.
But I think beyond the theft, the damage of trust that the community had in someone that had a lot of power and influence.
Jacobson was charged with 2 counts of larceny in the first degree by defrauding a public community. He was released after posting a $150,000 bond and is due in court on March 6th. Live in New Haven, Jane Chaco, NBC Connecticut News. Keisha.